It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And this evening, going head-to-head, two of the best rebounding teams in the league. Should be a serious bump and grind. Kenny, what makes these two clubs so great on the boards?
Fundamentals, Ernie. Fundamentals.
Okay.
You know, that's something that you can teach, but then there's something that you can't teach. Speed and size.
And you have to want it more than the next guy. And your instincts, you got to have be like a great rebounder. You got to have great anticipation, a la Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah. And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Once again, your Orlando Magic.
It's interconference time for these Nuggets as they come in as the visiting team. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. The Magic are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Orlando before heading out again. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
Yeah, and the atmosphere in this building is incredible. And as that win streak continues to grow, the fans' excitement has grown right along with it. And now we've reached that point where it's considered a frenzy.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. Will Barton is out there with Murray, and it's Chandler in at the 3 slot. Al Gordon following the 3-point attempt by Jamal Murray.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
How about Jokic? A little bit of forceful play down there on the interior.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the night.
One shot, gentlemen.
Some prime-time rebounders here going head-to-head. Shot blockers controlling the rim. Brent, what's a mental makeup that you see of a terrific rebound?
Well, really all about effort, and I think sometimes we don't do our diligence in terms of talking about great rebounders with how they set up well before the shot, Kevin. There are plenty of guys that grab 4 or 5 rebounds a game but don't think about the shooter and where they're shooting from. Some of the great rebounders in our game understand where the ball is going to fly off the rim and get themselves in position early and often to do so.
I thought Dennis Rodman was maybe the best I've ever seen at his size do just that.
You know why, Kevin, is that they never asked him to shoot the ball, so that's all he had to think about.
Right. Here are the Magic now. Wilson Chandler missing from long range. Here's Isaac. Good work defensively by Millsap.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Murray with it. Now Payton defending, and it's blocked by Gordon. But he recovers it. Murray, good. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Payton with the ball. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Gordon a screen. Clock at 6. Vucevic. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw drops for Vucevic. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Mike Malone. He said if they want to go up 2-0 in the season series tonight, they have to be just as sharp as they were the first meeting. He said we can't get sloppy and expect to win. We have to be careful with our shots and take care of the ball. We'll see if they can execute just as well this second time, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And guys, how will they go about getting their shooting percentage where Coach wants it to be?
Well, what you always see is that a high assist rate leads to a good field goal percentage. So that's essential for unselfish play.
Now, you nailed it, GA. If you don't get good passing out there, you're not going to get great shooting. So that will be a huge determining factor in this one.
Brent, the Nuggets team, a very good group when it comes to rebounding.
Well, they don't have a team that's really much bigger than the opponents that they play with, but they stay very active, and they don't seem to give up on a lot of plays. Actually, last season, they got about 30% of all their missed shots back, so their damage was done on the offensive end. Defensively, you want to get a stop by ending it with a rebound. That's where their focus needs to be this year.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And checking out the stats for Jokic, his last 10 games, he's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And I like it when stars do exactly that. It's not just about scoring 50 or 40 or 30. It's about making plays consistently.
Spates checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Payton. Gary Harris, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Moutier comes in for Murray. Moutier kicks to Millsap. Chandler against Gordon. Here's Millsap. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. Everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
Shot clock at 5. Augustine passes to Spates. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Chandler kicks to Moutier. Millsap sets the pick for Moutier. Spates with the block.
Not known as a shot blocker, but the effort from Spates got him in the right spot, and he affected the shot.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Here's Moutier, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Here's Millsap. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Good work there as it goes.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Moutier. 9 points last game to stop the drought. Goes back up, and it's sent back by Spates. Over Millsap. They grab their own miss. Picked by Vucevic. Kicks it out to Gordon. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The lead pushed to double digits. Augustine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Millsap left side. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Millsap's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, once Millsap gets the ball in the mid-range area, it's usually a good thing.
And so it's Orlando with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action after this word. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working.
Right.
So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on. You wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Moutier and Harris are their lengthy guard set. Lyles out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Moutier spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Here's Harris. After the Magic pick up 2. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Obviously some terrific on-ball defenders out there, but Brent, in your estimation, who are some of the best help defenders in the NBA now?
A couple guys come to mind, Kevin, when you say help and they're actually there. Jay Crowder does a good job of recognizing, when the strong side gets broken down and he can come over and help. Certainly, Draymond Green does a great job of guarding just about anything for the Golden State Warriors. And then maybe you think about some big guys in the league. Timofey Mozgov in the right position most of the time. Hassan Whiteside for Miami. So they come in all shapes and sizes, Kev. The biggest thing they contribute is their communication skills on the backside.
And it's the Magic with the ball following Will Barton's three-point attempt. Azania, the pass to Payton. Here's Azania. Orlando moving the ball around. Outside, Simmons. Back to Payton. Simmons on the wing. Here's Isaac. And Simmons kicks to Hezonja. There's the three. That doesn't go either for Payton. The Nuggets trail by 11. Outside Jefferson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Nuggets.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Brent, when we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams, they don't always look as emotionally charged nowadays. Is there a way you think to get that back?
Well, the first thing I do, Kevin, is not try to manufacture anything. The second thing I would avoid is please don't bring up the Lakers-Celtics rivalries in the 80s. And the last thing I would make you conscious of is the fact that, look, players are moving around so often that it's hard to get years and years of the same matchup with the same guys on the roster. Now, look, accept the competition for what it is, and if we get another one where teams are facing one another more often, then let's enjoy it for what it is.
Now, here's Spates. An 11-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him. And Kenneth Faried, the Manimal, once a force at the power forward position, but now seems to be more comfortable coming in as a role player, giving his energy to the basketball game. And see his production decline steadily since his 3rd year in the league, but still a positive for a team, just in lesser doses with a lesser role.
Here's Hezonja, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. For Faried, there's the possibility that the style he played is something that the league moved away from. That there isn't a high demand for undersized power forwards who can't shoot.
Well, the idea is that Faried might not just be bulky enough to do what it is that a lot of teams have in terms of a guy setting screens and then around the rim to carve out space. The Manimal really doesn't do that, and if he works on his shooting range and shows that he's a threat, Kevin, that's going to help out his chances.
Now, here's Jokic. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. He'll set up a screen. Here's Jefferson. And again, Denver no good. Magic leading by 6. Payton dishes to Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Burton. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in.
Textbook assist there from Will Barton, moving the ball around. Sometimes you just get rewarded like you did there.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And here are the Nuggets now, following the bucket by Orlando. At the elbow, Jokic. There's a screen for 3. Murray. Rebound by the Magic. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
They capitalized on so many opportunities. The offense tonight just extremely fluid.
Now Payton following the 3-point attempt by Jamal Murray.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Orlando shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Spates. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Isaac. The Nuggets also changing it up. Gary Harris comes in for Will Barton. And it's Moutier in for Jamal Murray. Now here's Moutier. Harris with it. Now Payton defending. Harris passes to Millsap. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Millsap exerting his will on the post that time, coming away with 2.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Payton outside. The dish to Vucevic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Vucevic has got 7 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Chandler with the screen on Augustine. Unloads from 13. Again, Millsap missing. Fournier. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, great passing in the first half. How does that impact the offense when the ball's moving like we saw it?
Everybody's getting easy shots. You know, it's much easier than contested shots, and guys are knocking it down.
Well, a really good first half, Elfrid. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They have an 8-point lead. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Denver?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
The second half just about to get going here. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Here's Payton. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, here's Fournier, 8-point game. Picked by Vucevic, just 5 on the clock. Gordon kicks to Payton. No good on the 3. The Nuggets shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And here is Murray. He feeds it to Millsap. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a name that a lot of NBA teams were in on this past offseason was Paul Millsap. His ability to shoot from outside and play in the post was wanted all over the league. And the Nuggets were the team, ultimately, that was able to land it.
First free throw is good. And for the Nuggets, Millsap, Greg, seems to be what they want in the 4.
You know, he pairs well with Jokic and others on this team, gives them some shooting and rebounding, plus his overall versatility is what separates him. The Nuggets seem to jump out of nowhere to sign him, but when you look at things, it really does make sense.
Both free throws good for Millsap. Hey, Brent, what's more important, offense or defense? Some guys are great at both.
Well, offense is sometimes what you get paid for, Kevin, but defense is where you need a buy-in. And so to me, it's always the defense and the way that you construct that camaraderie on that end of the floor, that communication on that end of the floor that's going to make the difference in your season.
Don't you love two-way players, though, guys that play hard at both ends? It's hard to do, but the guys that do it well really stand out.
Well, it's not football, Kevin. There's two sides that you have to play in basketball, and certainly the more equipped that you are to play both, the more playing time you're going to see for a coach.
Payton dishes to Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Payton with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. Here's Isaac. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. He'll zap down low. He's against Gordon. The shot missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Payton outside. Pass to Isaac from the arc. The Magic get another chance here. Fournier gets a wide open look. Sinks the triple. And it's a 10-point Magic lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Denver calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Orlando. Simmons comes in for Fournier. And then for Denver, Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Jokic. Trey Lyles comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Jefferson in for Wilson Chandler. And they're moving it up. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
Screen by Faried. Barton with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Poked loose. And Faried kicks to Barton. The Nuggets with another miss. Magic leading by 12. Lets it go from 11. No good from Simmons. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Murray kicks to Faried. Vucevic with the block. But they get it back. And that one, good. The Magic have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. 4-on-3 break. Barton wide open. He fires. Denver the rebound. Lyles passes to Faried. Vucevic with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And the Nuggets with some changes. Harris comes in for Richard Jefferson. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Jamal Murray. They swipe it. Pass to Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Isaac's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
I tell you what, Isaac is determined when he gets it inside. Obviously, the strength not there yet, but the mindset and the will definitely on display.
Good. Barton's got his first bucket in this one.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Payton drives in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Magic lead by 12.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Faried kicks to Barton. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Barton's got 5.
And you can see how dangerous that catch-and-shoot game can be. Will Barton continues to impress.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I'm just wondering if this home crowd, and the energy worked against them in this one. They might have gotten in their heads just a little bit.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Spates checked in for Hazanya, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Peyton. Here's Augustine, and Fareed sends it back.
And the swat by Fareed was vicious, stalking his prey.
Simmons dishes to Augustine. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. No good from Simmons. The Nuggets trail by 9. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Magic have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Pass to Isaac. Vucevic a screen on Barton. Now the feed to Vucevic. Here's Moutier, and Moutier throws it down.
You cannot let Moutier have room in the open court. He's going to burn you. That shot he got in transition was simply because he outworked everyone on the court.
Now here is Augustine. Baseline J on the way. Launches it. Isaac misses. Here's Moutier. Pass to Harris. Shoots the 3. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Now just a 4-point Magic lead. Near the 3-point line, it's Augustine. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Magic out in front, up by 4. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Okay, our offense will come and go. Okay, our defense has got to be the constant. Okay, we keep getting stops. The way we score the basketball, okay, this will be our game.
Frank Vogel driving home the idea that defense, not offense, defense is the key to taking control of the game.
Yes, the effort you put into your defense is something within your control. That's why he wants them to focus on that.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Moutier and Harris are their lengthy guard set. And it's Jokic in at the pivot, manning the middle. Magic leading by 4. Here's Augustine, and the layup's good off the glass. Augustine's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Orlando. So it's Denver now. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Millsap misses.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
That free throw good from Gordon. Murray's checked in for Moutier. Gordon hits both of them. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. The Nuggets trail by 8. Murray kicks to Harris. Here's Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Fournier sets the pick for Augustine. Spates sets a screen. The shot's good from Fournier.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Denver calls timeout. Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open three for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin, positionless.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Thank you, David. 5 on the clock. And Simmons kicks to Spates. Off target from three-point range.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
For three, Harris. Here's Millsap, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
When you let a big guy like Millsap roam around near the glass, he really gobbles up the offensive rebounds and can stick you.
Payton passes to Spates. Outside for Simmons. Over Chandler. Here's Payton. He dishes it to Gordon. Back to Payton. Denver grabs the miss. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. They get it back. Magic leading by 9. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Right side, Gordon. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists tonight. Nuggets running out of time. Chandler with the screen on Payton. Murray dishes to Chandler. Jokic's screen. Millsap against Gordon. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Millsap's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice touch from that range from Paul Millsap. He's really worked that shot effortlessly into his game.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic comes in for Maurice Spates, and Isaac subbed in for Jonathan Simmons. Here's Millsap, and it comes off the front of the rim. Orlando leading by 11. Pass to Fournier. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. The baseline J. And Payton gets it to go on the assist by Vucevic. That's 10 points for Elfrid Payton. Here's Murray. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Chandler with a screen for Murray. Jokic's screen. Here's Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Magic.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Vucevic.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Here's Isaac following the basket by Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vucevic, no good on the shot, a bit long that time. To the paint, here's Barton. It's stolen by Vucevic. Outside Gordon. Lets the 3 fly. That one doesn't go. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Nick, great win tonight. Good performance by you. How surprising is it that you contributed to the game in so many ways?
I mean, I wouldn't say it surprised me. I always knew I could play at this level, but I just play hard. I just play hard and get things happen. I don't try to force anything. I just let the game come to me, and I play hard. Rebounds. Like I said, it's a lot about effort. That's what I can do every night. And points are gonna come some nights. Sometimes they won't. But I just take what I get and just keep playing.
Well, you did it all over the floor tonight, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.